if you are using a melee weapon or a ranged weapon, a good way to get some mana back is using Leech of physical attack damage as mana. But to use it, you need to know how it works. So that's what we are talking about in this video.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Hello guys, welcome to one more video. My name is Will, and this is one more video about Path of Exile. So I want to talk about Leech of physical attack damage as mana. I know there are some people that ask me this question, how it works, because it's tricky, okay? It's not straightforward as it looks. So it's basically physical damage that comes from weapon, attacks, but some spells and other skills deal physical damage as well. So there's some spells like the plague skill from there's one skill that does physical damage. Basically, if you guys write it down when searching on the gems, it will show up. So if you write physical, okay, will show up which skills do physical damage. All right, so these ones will do physical damage, and it means when you hit a target with these skills, you will get some mana back. But besides this way, there's some other ways, okay? So especially if you are melee or playing ranger and doing a lot of attacks and a lot of attack speed, there's another way. So since we get this leech from physical attack damage, it means we need more physical attacks. So if you get some rings or hands, you can get some hands as well. You can get it from weapons as well. The ones that add more physical damage to attacks, this will increase the amount of leech from this, alright? But you need the leech as well. So if you have at least one item with leech of physical attack damage, and then you get some rings with physical damage to attacks. As you can see, I have on this one, I don't have on this one just has, I have on this one as well, it's there, with physical damage to attacks, but I don't have any leech, at least on my items, okay? Would be better if I had, because I have this skill, this one, cast on critical, and it requires a lot of mana. So it's going to activate all of these skills, and you will spend a lot of mana. So another way you can get some leech from physical attack damage to mana is using support gems. So you can use this support gem, the Soul Thief, and this one will leech 5% of physical damage from supported skills as mana. So for example, I have on my Tempest belt, so every time I land my Tempest belt and I hit the Tempest belt, I'll get some of these leech with my physical attacks. Alright, so since I'm using a weapon with a lot of physical damage, and then I have these physical damage to attacks, the leech will increase. So the same way you can use this on Tempest belt, you can use on a melee attack like Ice Strike. All the other spells will not do much physical damage. The only ones that do some physical is the ones that will hit the target. So one example, since I have Shayula Monk and I'm playing Poison, I know this thing. So Toxic Growth, for example, it doesn't say it's a physical, but the projectiles that come from this attack will do physical damage, but will be just a tiny bit, but enough to give you some mana back. It's the same thing with Vine Arrow. It's also a projectile. So when you hit an enemy with that projectile, you get that mana back. But all the other damage is not gonna give you any leash to mana. Alright? So this is another way to get some leash. So you know, all of these skills that have projectiles will get you some mana back, but is just from the hits itself. It's not from the damage from the skill. Alright? So it's the same thing if you are playing with a bow. Every projectile that you hit the enemy will give you some mana back. And the last thing you can do to increase even more is this Leech, it's get Ingenuity Utility Belt, because this belt will increase the bonus gained from equipped rings. So if you are using a ring with Leech mana, and you have like 5%, will increase 75% of that Leech. And also will increase the physical damage from those attacks. And this way you will get a lot of mana back just from attacking the enemy without needing to use any potions, any mana flasks, or anything like that, or mana regeneration. So basically, if you have a lot of attack speed, this is really worth it. You'll get a lot of mana back, and this way you'll not be without mana while attacking a boss, especially while fighting a Pinnacle boss, because they required to do a lot of damage, and we really want to kill them as fast as possible. So I hope this video helped a lot of people that have a question about this, and with this they can improve with the Leech and get some mana back and don't get those mana flasks empty while fighting a boss. Alright guys, so hope you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave that like, subscribe to my channel, and see ya next time.